Happy Monday, mommies. Today
Yeah.
we are joined with Kiana Stevenson. Hey, Kiana.
Hola, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm all right. Maintaining?
Yes,
Maintaining.
that is key.
Yes.
Kiana is the mother to Kanan with a K and also the fur mommy to Abigail.
Yes, Abigail.
She's a joy.
I see your face. That's how my face looks too. She's a mess. She's a lot of work. More work than Kanan. How about that?
Hey, fur babies need love too.
They sure do. They do.
So let's jump right into it. Tell me about your journey to motherhood.
Ooh, let's see. I became pregnant in 2018 and I did not have a good pregnancy. I
Mhm.
had the worst pregnancy. I could not eat. I slept pretty good, but I couldn't eat. Everything I ate would just come back up. And so I think I gained, which I'm kind of happy about now, but I gained only 20 pounds. And so I was just belly, that's it. And I had this thing, I don't know how to say the word. Maybe I'll send it to you so you can put it on the screen if you want to, but it's this thing where I created so much saliva in my mouth that I had to spit it out. Like if I swallowed it, it would make me sick. It's the way my body reacts to the hormone. And so I literally carried a bottle around with me. People thought I was probably a pregnant woman who chewed tobacco because I was constantly spitting in this cup discreetly. I made it, slide, whatever, but it was just the worst. It was the worst. And the moment the placenta came out, that is when it stopped. But anywho, so that was basically it. I hated being pregnant. I couldn't eat. I was hungry. I just was hot because I had him during the summer or whatever. But other than that, he is here now. He's a healthy 20-month-old baby next month. Cannot believe that.
Nice.
He is everywhere, into everything. He's determined. He's happy. He's has his moods. He's everything that I could hope for in a child.
Yeah.
He really is. He's so determined. He's just so determined. So determined. So yeah.
It's amazing how, like, when they set their minds to do something, even if their little bodies can't do it, they're gonna do it.
There's a will, there's a way.
Right.
He finds a way.
That is so crazy.
So funny.
But it's also interesting, going back to your placenta, when it came out, like the saliva stopped, for moms who are pregnant or women who want to be pregnant, just so that you know, the placenta, your body can actually have different reactions to the placenta. And it's crazy and it's different for different people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a natural thing, yet your body is just
reacting
exactly
very interesting ways, disgusting ways at that. So
actually my first time hearing about the saliva.
Oh yeah. And it's funny because when I was in my early 20s, I worked with some ladies. They both were pregnant and they both had that. And I'd be like, that's so disgusting. So come to find out, I had it too. I shouldn't have said that. I should have said that to them.
Came back around.
Yeah, it sure did. It came back around full force. So yeah.
Right. So in your pregnancy, how was your support system? I know that your sister was actually pregnant at the same time.
We were both pregnant at the same time. She was in California for some of it, her pregnancy, and then she moved back home, and then she went on bed rest. But the support was amazing. Like family. Well, I kind of kept my pregnancy on the hush, so not a lot of people really knew about it, except for like a few friends and family. But the ones that did know, they were incredibly supportive. My dad has always been like the main gung-ho person. Like he's so excited, and to this day he's so excited about Kanan. I guess because he had girls, he has a boy now, so he's just thrilled about that. But I don't think I could have gotten through without them. I really couldn't have. Even to today, like going to work. I don't know what your leading question is. I hope I'm not going ahead of you, but even to today, I could not do any of this without them. Like, it is just amazing. My hat goes off to like the single parents who don't have support system, who are doing it all on their own. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. So,
So actually going into that now, how was it for you being a single parent when you know, had your time with Kanan and then you had to go back to work? How was that for you to make that adjustment and relying on your support system, like arranging schedules? How was that for you?
Well, it was from the jump when Kanan was still in my belly. We always knew that my parents were going to watch him while I went to work. And so I changed my schedule. So I went to work early so I can come home early. So I would get to work by 7 and I'd be home by 4. You know, I left work like at 3:30, something like that. So I made sure that I had some time with him. Every time I left, it was dark. He was asleep, but they were just the key that held, or the glue that held everything together. So they were always supportive of and knowing that they were going to help me watch him while I was at work. So
Yeah. So you would say like it's important to kind of map out your plan while you're pregnant and have like backups.
yeah, that's what worked for us. Knowing ahead of time alleviate a lot of stress, especially going back to work. It's a hard time anyway. You're going to be apart from your baby. You don't want to be. And so knowing that if it's daycare or whatever, it gives you a peace of mind knowing that your baby's in good hands. Like for us, daycare was not an option. My parents are so against it. I don't know if it's a Jamaican thing. They're like, no daycare. We're watching our own, our own. So that wasn't an option for us. But to kind of alleviate, because my parents are, over 65. They're running after a small kid. It's a lot of work for them. But I got him into Montessori school. So, well, he's not in school currently because of the whole COVID thing, and he's not going back in the fall because of the COVID thing.
Right.
But he was there from, I think school started at 9 to noon. And so gave my parents a little bit of, they can rest. He's out learning, he's doing things, growing, being around amongst peers. And then by the time Kaden got home, he would eat, go to sleep, and then I was home. So I took over. So it was kind of good putting him in school for
Yeah.
that. So yeah. So yeah.
That's awesome. So with that, because I actually am currently struggling with this, about to go back to work. Did you have any fears of like you might miss a first of something, and how did you like cope with that or deal with it?
That mom guilt is real. Like knowing that you're not there to see those things, it can put a toll on you. But then you got to put things. For me, I had to put things in perspective. Look, I know he's with people that are taking care of him, that love him. I know that I have to provide for my son, so I have to do these things. And my dad had his camera out all day, so it's kind of like I saw everything that was going on as if a monitor was in my house, and so he was sending me stuff left and right. So being a part, I was physically, but I was still in the loop during the day. So that helped tremendously.
Good to know.
Yeah, it did. Because it's a lot. You have these 3 months, or for you, how many months have you been home?
5 months now.
5 months. That's a
That's
dream.
COVID. Yeah.
That's a dream. And so I get it. But you'll be fine. Just you have to provide for your son. You have to take care of your son. He's gonna need things, and when you're home with him, that makes it all the more sweeter to just take it all in and not blink an eye. So don't sleep.
Yeah.
Unless you're sleeping. You're gonna miss something. Yeah.
Keep your eyes open.
Right.
So now we're gonna bring in Abigail.
Yeah.
So when you were pregnant, how was Abigail? And Abigail, for everyone who just joined in, is her dog, pit bull, right?
Yes, she's a pit bull. She'll be 4 in August. She's a rescue. So go rescue a dog. They need help too.
They do.
They do.
So how was Abigail when you were pregnant, and then after you were pregnant when Kanan came? How has she adapted to life? Because you had Abigail before Kanan came.
Yes. Abigail has always been a princess, very spoiled, and I take fault in that. And she's always wanted attention. She loves attention. That's just her main goal in life, is to get all the attention she can get. And so when I became pregnant, she has always been not affectionate, but when I became pregnant, she made a point every night to like, I was literally spooning her. Like she would come and lay around my belly. Like that was her spot. I don't know if the bump, the warmth, I don't know, but that was her spot. And that is not a normal thing for my dog. She's a diva in her own right. And so when I had the baby, that was interesting because at the hospital, we made sure, to bring the blankets for her to smell, whatever. In our case, it didn't really work. When we got home, when I came home, Abigail, of course, was excited to see me. And we really didn't let her get too close to the baby, only because I didn't know how she would react to the baby. Because if I'm at the dog park and a dog she does not know comes up to me, she's
Right.
like, she will do her thing. She's gentle. She's a gentle being, trust me. But so we had to bring in a trainer, personal trainer, a dog trainer, because she growled at the baby. And so I was like, that's not gonna work. So we brought in a trainer, and now I feel sorry for my dog because Kanan terrorizes her at moments. Just I co-sleep with Kanan, and the crib just did not work for me, but that's another thing. So whenever Abigail's in the bed, if Kanan just rolls over, she's out of the bed. She's like, I'm not having it. He's hit me too many times. This is not gonna work. So we had to bring in a trainer, and the training definitely did help. And so, and I had to also like carve time for Abigail. I know that may sound ridiculous for people, but I had to literally carve out time, and I still do, just me and her. So we do walks in the morning, which I need it more than she does, I think. Peace of mind. But I walk her every morning. I carve out at least 15 to 20 minutes just to play with her outside, to play tug of war, whatever it is, because dogs are jealous dogs. And I read a study that said at least 15 minutes a day with your dog can keep them happy. Like,
Yeah.
because I've seen Abigail just really be reserved, and because I wasn't spending enough time with her. So that happened. I was like, yeah, I can't live like that, because she was my first baby, and I it's not her fault. I mean, it came into the world, so she had to adapt, and so that's where it is with us. But she's a diva. She's a flat out diva. Yeah,
But she's a beautiful diva.
she really is. She's. I always get compliments on her. I'm like, I can't take credit for her markings, but thank you. So,
Right.
yeah.
So you said, going back to what you said about co-sleeping with Kanan. So how did that come about, like with the crib, and how was your process in that?
Well, I dreaded the night. I really did. When the night came, I was like, no, because having to get up to nurse him was just the worst. And then the first few weeks, maybe the week, I can't remember, him latching was so hard. Like he did not want to latch. So I hated the night. And so it was one day, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try this co-sleeping thing. I didn't get any sleep that night because I was afraid I was going to roll over him or whatever, but it worked. I wear it now, even to this day, because he's still nursing. I wear loose clothing so he can just dream feed down, and he's eating and going back to sleep. But the co-sleeping has worked for us. I've read studies where it's better for the baby. He sleeps better. I sleep better. I was getting full sleep. So that crib is out of my room. It's gone and will never, yeah. Until it's time to transition him into the bed, where I don't foresee him doing that anytime soon. But yeah, that crib life was not for me. I got more sleep. I got my sleep back.
Yeah.
So that's what I needed. So yeah.
And different things work for different people. So
Yeah.
Mom, do your research.
Mm-hmm. Do you co-sleep? What do you do?
So I actually have Micah, he sleeps in a bassinet next to the bed.
Okay.
And so during the weekday, I breastfeed at night. But during the weekend, Ryan gets a bottle for him.
Nice.
So we're trying to get him to, get used to the bottle, so that, because he's grabbing now.
Oh, shoot.
Once you hold the bottle, we are done.
You've had it.
Right. It is over. And because, with going to work and the type of work that I do, it's going to be hard for me to pump.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you know they have those ones you can wear
Yeah,
throughout the day. They'll just hear a little, but there's ways if you were
walking around making coffee. I don't know how
You know
to.
what I'm saying? Fresh milk, like a cow. Yeah.
Right. But everyone, I just want to say thank you all for joining us. Kiana is actually starting her own YouTube channel and it launches on June 6th. Sorry, I was about to say January. That passed. It's launching on June 6th and it's going to be titled Sheree Stevenson. If you want to follow her on Instagram, it is Sheree Steph. And
with the PH.
Yes, with the PH. Check it down at the bottom. And if you are all wondering about my logo, Kiana was actually the one who created it for me. Thank you, Kiana.
Anytime.
So we will keep in touch. And again, like I like to say, we all may have different journeys, but we can all learn something from someone. Thank you, and we'll see you all later. Bye.
Bye, Ari.
Hello, mommies. I hope you enjoyed today's interview. Make sure you share and subscribe and click that bell at the top. We'll see you next Monday. Say bye, Micah.